Every chocolate bar begins here, in the equatorial belt, where cacao has grown for 3,000 years. Only perfectly ripe pods are chosen. Too early and the beans are bitter. Too late and fermentation begins on the tree. Each tree yields about 30 pods per year, and each pod holds the secret to 40 chocolate bars. Fresh cacao beans look nothing like chocolate. Covered in sweet mucilage, they taste like tropical lychee fruit. Harvesting is back-breaking work. Each collector gathers over 200 pounds of wet cacao daily.
The real transformation begins now. Fermentation, where cacao's complex chocolate flavor is born.
The supervisor calls out, "Cerrar!" For 6 days, these beans ferment under banana leaves.
Perfecto.
The beans are now brown, acidic, and smell of wine and early chocolate, but there's still 60% moisture.
Under the tropical sun, beans dry for 7 days, turned every hour to prevent mold.
Only beans with perfect fermentation patterns make the journey. 40% are rejected at this stage.
These beans will travel 8,000 miles to become the chocolate bars we know. But the journey is just beginning. 20 tons of cacao beans, sealed and ready for a month-long journey across 2 oceans.
Guayaquil Port, where Ecuador's cacao meets the global supply chain.
30,000 pounds suspended by 4 locks. Precision engineering moving the world's food supply.
Bay 14, Tier 3.
Stacked like steel Legos, 6,000 containers aboard, each with its own journey to complete.
28 days, from Ecuador's coast to Europe's chocolate capital, through 2 hemispheres and 3 climate zones. Inside, the beans remain dormant, protected from salt air and equatorial heat in their steel cocoon. Rotterdam, where automation meets chocolate, and South American cacao becomes European industry.
In 400 meters, take the exit towards Beverlo.
The final miles to Belgium, where 5% of Europe's industrial chocolate is manufactured.
Welcome.
6 weeks from tree to factory door. Now the industrial transformation begins. Every shipment tested, moisture content, fermentation quality, mold, insects, only perfection passes through these doors. Organized by origin and roast profile, the factory holds 3-month supply, each bean tracked from farm to bar.
First stop, removing the stowaways, stones, sticks, and field debris that made the journey.
Screen tree is full.
Even microscopic metal, from harvest machetes to shipping containers, removed by electromagnetic precision. Winnowing, ancient technique, modern machine, separating papery shells from the pure cacao nibs inside.
Artificial intelligence scans every nib 16,000 per second, rejecting imperfection invisible to the human eye.
2.3%.
Superheated steam at 265 degrees, eliminating bacteria, mold spores, and insects while preserving flavor. Rapid cooling locks in the changes. Nibs are now sterile, dry, and ready for the transformation that creates chocolate flavor. Every batch precisely measured, 490 kilograms exact, because in chocolate making, consistency is everything. Science before art. Microbiologists clear each batch before roasting, testing for 47 different quality parameters.
Control to the floor. Commencing transfer to roaster 2. Clear the line.
Organized like a symphony.
7% moisture, not a drop more or less. The exact threshold where roasting unlocks 600 flavor compounds.
Now comes the alchemy. In these rotating drums, heat transforms bland nibs into the soul of chocolate.
15 minutes at 285 degrees, the Maillard reaction creates 800 aromatic compounds that define chocolate's soul.
Cooling must be instant. Seconds determine whether flavor blooms or burns.
Roast color measured to the decimal, 23 to 27 on the lightness scale, the difference between brilliant and burnt.
Goed. Cracking breaks the cellular structure, preparing nibs to release their cocoa butter and become liquid chocolate.
Stone against stone, The same method Mayans used 3,000 years ago, now powered by 50 horsepower motors.
20 microns, 1/5 the width of human hair, smooth enough to melt instantly on the tongue.
Conching, 48 hours of constant motion, evaporates bitterness and develops the round, rich flavor we crave. Tempering manipulates cocoa butter crystals, the difference between dull, soft chocolate and glossy bars that snap. Now it becomes chocolate as we know it. Milk, vanilla, sugar, emulsifiers, each ingredient measured to the milligram. 1,200 bars per minute. Precision filling, where 2 grams variation means automatic rejection. 20 minutes in the Arctic, controlled cooling creates the glossy surface and satisfying snap of premium chocolate. Perfect release, the result of precise tempering and mold temperature. Every bar identical to the last. 64 cameras inspect every millimeter. Imperfections invisible to human eyes trigger instant rejection.
Defect detected. Surface crack.
2 wraps per second, foil to preserve, paper to brand, each seal tested for microscopic leaks. From bar to box to pallet, automation handles 50,000 units per shift without a single human touch. Final guardians, weight confirms no theft. Metal detection ensures safety. Traceability codes track from bean to buyer. 50,000 pallets in perpetual motion. Robots remember what humans forget, where every bar waits.
Check. Batch 7743.
Every order tracked digitally, from warehouse slot to delivery truck in under 4 minutes.
Refrigerated from factory to shelf. The cold chain unbroken. Quality preserved across continents.
GPS tracked every kilometer. Real-time monitoring ensures chocolate arrives within temperature tolerances measured in fractions of degrees. The final mile, from factory to your corner store, chocolate's 6-week journey ends on the shelf. And this is how modern factories produce chocolate bars from start to finish, from equatorial soil to your hands.